Hello students, today we are going to learn History lesson number 3, the Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi Sultanate refers to the Muslim rulers who ruled India through Delhi. The Sultanate began in Lahore, but subsequent rulers extended their territory eastwards and Delhi became the capital. The five dynasties of the Sultanate ruled for more than 300 years. The Sultanate came into existence after Muhammad Ghori captured Delhi by defeating Prithviraj Chauhan. When Muhammad Ghori went back, he appointed Qutbuddin Aibak as the viceroy of his territories in India. Qutbuddin Aibak was a Turkic slave who was appointed as the viceroy to Delhi based on his qualities. He was a sharp warrior and Ghori awarded him the title of Malik. When Muhammad Ghori died, Qutbuddin Aibak was quick to grab the opportunity to ascend the throne. The dynasty established by Qutbuddin Aibak was known as the Slave Dynasty, since many of the rulers had originally been military slaves themselves of these slave rulers. That is why the rulers belonging to this dynasty are generally known as the slave rulers. Shams-ud-Din Iltutmish. Iltutmish was a slave and later son-in-law of Qutbuddin Aibak. He was a very competent ruler and is regarded as the real founder of the Delhi Sultanate. After ascending the throne, he had to face many problems. After securing his position, he extended his empire and brought the whole of North India under his control. Razia Sultan. Iltutmish had groomed and nominated his daughter Razia as his successor. Though her brother Firoz ascended the throne first, but he proved to be a failure and soon Razia took over as the first female sultan in 1236 CE. Razia Sultan has the unique distinction of being the only woman to occupy the throne of Delhi. She was brave, wise, and a great warrior and efficient administrator. Though she had a very short reign, she succeeded in setting up complete law and order in her empire. She encouraged trade, established schools and public libraries. During her reign, roads were built and wells were dug. Ghiyasuddin Balban. Initially a slave of Iltutmish, Balban became a very powerful noble in his court. He was one of the most powerful amongst the Chalgan nobles. He used to look after the affairs of the Sultan. He seized power and became the Sultan soon after Razia. Balban was a shrewd politician. He crushed many rebellions. He ruled the empire with an iron hand. He introduced the practice of sijda or kneeling before the king with the head touching the ground. He curbed the power of the Chalgan nobles. They now had to wear a special dress and bow down before the Sultan. Drinking was prohibited. Balban had a good network of spies who informed him about any political developments. He reorganized the army and managed to curb the Mongol attacks. Khilji dynasty. Jalaluddin Khilji. Balban's successors were weak. Jalaluddin Khilji adopted the title of Jalaluddin Khilji and began the Khilji dynasty. The Khilji were of Afghan origin. He realized that India had a large Hindu population and could not be an Islamic state. He defended the policy of allowing Hindus to preach their beliefs and idol worship. His reign was short and assisted by his nephew and son-in-law Alauddin Khilji. Ultimately, Alauddin killed him and proclaimed himself as the Sultan. Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin consolidated his position first and then pursued a policy of expansion. He conquered Ranthambore, Chittor, Mandu, Gujarat, and Malwa. His general Malik Kafur plundered the kingdom of Devgiri and fended off Mongol raids. Alauddin had asserted his supremacy over entire North India, and his empire was the largest since the time of Ashoka. Alauddin was an orthodox Muslim and was intolerant towards other religions. He plundered and demolished many Hindu temples. The Hindus had to pay more tax as compared to the Muslims. Many Hindus were forced to convert to Islam. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Ghiyasuddin consolidated his power and suppressed the nobles who had asserted their independence. He founded the city of Tughlaqabad. He was a good administrator. He reduced the land revenue and recruited honest officers. During his reign, many public utility workers were carried out. He reformed the judicial system. He had a short reign and died in an accident when he was returning from an expedition. Muhammad Tughlaq. Muhammad Tughlaq, the son of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, ascended the throne in 1324. He was the most controversial sultan. He was a capable administrator, commander, and a good scholar. He was accommodative towards other religions, and people could follow any religion during his rule. However, he was a man who thought ahead of times. His plans and intentions were good, but were carried out without proper planning, which resulted in their failure. His empire stretched from Peshawar in the north to Madurai in the south, and from Sindh in the west to Assam in the east. Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Firoz Shah was the cousin of Muhammad Tughlaq and succeeded him in a remarkable bloodless manner. He inherited a ruined economy and discontented people. Instead of expansion of the empire, he concentrated on stabilizing the economy and the empire. He ruled for nearly 37 years. His tomb is located at Hauz Khas in New Delhi. Sayyid dynasty. When Taimur went back, he appointed Khizr Khan as the viceroy of his territories in India. He founded the Sayyid dynasty. He was a good administrator and was respected by all his subjects. This dynasty had 4 rulers. Lodi dynasty. Bahulal Khan Lodi was the founder of the Lodi dynasty. He was succeeded by Sikandar Lodi and finally Ibrahim Lodi. It was during his reign that the Mughal ruler Babur attacked. The armies of Ibrahim Lodi and Babur fought the first battle of Panipat. The Lodi dynasty came to an end and Delhi Sultanate gave way to the Mughal Empire. Decline of the Delhi Sultanate. The decline of Delhi Sultanate occurred due to many reasons. The nobles were greedy and there was no unity. The Mongols invaded and plundered the Sultanate. The wars and the failure of policies cost the Sultanate dearly. There was a constant struggle for the throne. The size of the empire was too big and there were many revolts. Thank you.